Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Prolong Fast
Hello.
Podcast. And today we're being joined with not Nicholas,
Ah.
Engin, Giannis,
Hello.
Hello.
and Zaid.
I've been
Hello,
prolonging my fast
hello.
since last episode.
And today we're going to be talking about the best, the epic, the most funnest space race of them all.
The space race.
Yeah.
And we're gonna space around at the speed of sound, as they do say back in
And
the day.
actually, before we start, or after you finish watching the video, we have a poll in our community tab, which we would love for you to answer to see your perspective on this space race. Anyway.
Oh
so-
yeah, just see if you're. If
So we
you're
can
right.
start with a short introduction.
Okay.
Basically, when aliens first landed on Earth, the term space race was coined to name them. But then the Central Intelligence Agency realized that people probably shouldn't know about the aliens, so they cooperated with the USSR in order to fabricate what we now know as a space race of them going to the moon. But obviously, the moon landing was just faked because the moon is so far away. How would they not get hungry?
All right, so now we
Okay.
have one side of the perspective of the
No.
story, as we might know as a delusional, crazy, insane person from the streets of California perspective. But how would be a scientist, a scientific way of perceiving it, Giannis?
A more realistic way, scientific. It's not very scientific. More political,
More
a more
historical.
historical or political way of thinking is it was an arms race, basically, about weapons. It's who
Yeah,
they were.
arm.
The initial space race. I mean, technically, Germany's rocket was the first to reach space. So, if you want to consider
very
that the
good.
winner, then go ahead.
But I thought
during
Yuri
World War
Gagarin
II.
was the first person to be sent to space.
No, it was
Really?
just go to space with anything.
Oh,
Actually,
go to
it
space,
evolved. It evolved a lot.
to the space race, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Well, not
it's
space race,
under
to the
debate.
the moon landing.
It's
Ship.
under debate who actually won the space race,
Well, it's been about 70 years.
and it's just
should
like
have
it depends
decided
on
by
your
now.
opinion and if you're Russian or not.
So they said like all Russians think Russia won, and then
Probably,
everyone else
yeah.
think US
Yeah,
won.
it was mostly.
So-
It looked like the Russians were far ahead of the Americans in
Yes,
most of
I'll
the
explain
development.
that, yeah. So, right after World War II, Cold War, there was a sudden interest in going to space because they had seen Germany's rockets and missiles, and they're like, "Hey, let's use their research." They both used Nazi Germany research in order
Classic.
to get a rocket, and they were like, "Hey, let's go to space because then what if we put nuclear weapons in there?" Yeah. And then we control the world, or like that's what the U.S. was afraid of the Soviet
Just
Union doing,
with everything.
because they didn't want the Soviet Union to have control of space. So basically,
That makes sense.
long story short, the first satellite to ever reach space was the Soviet Union's Sputnik
So,
one.
or
And-
Sputnik.
Looking at images of it, it looks
Yeah.
so much smaller than I
ball.
thought it would be. I know
It's
it's
like
like
a little ball.
Is it really?
It's a
tiny
ball with
legs.
antennas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like person sized. You think it'd be like
I
really big?
know. It's not
Bro.
even.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not even
only
bigger than a beach ball.
It's
Yeah,
only
and let
8
me pull up something real quick.
one watt of power it uses.
Huh?
1 watt of power. The Sputnik one uses. It
Yeah,
looks
that
goofy,
thing
though.
that thing just didn't do much.
But what did it achieve? Like as a
They
satellite?
were
was
the
in
first.
space.
They basically technically won the space race.
I
And
guess so. Yeah.
The thing is, if you look at
Well,
it,
America did it with a cool quote.
Or you could say that. Oh, they actually messed up the quote while saying the quote. Actually, they meant to
What?
say. They didn't. What was the quote again? Like
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
one
said it
small
wrong.
step for a man, but a huge step for mankind. And he said
He
small
would
step
he
for man, huge step for
yeah
mankind, which would
because
basically
it's a
be a
tautology.
no, it would be a paradox actually.
He
Yeah,
forgot the
yeah, yeah,
indefinite
Yeah.
article before
yeah.
Yeah.
man.
Because then it makes man's kind of refers to mankind as well. Then and then it's like
Okay,
a
but
step for mankind is
We're skipping a
So-
lot here.
Yeah.
so after
Back
the
to
Anyways,
first
Yanis.
back
satellite,
to Jonas
Foreshadowing.
cooking. Keep
after
cooking.
the
Jonas.
first
Let
satellite
him
was
cook. Let
launched,
him cook.
the U.S. was kind of salty, so like it's not over. So, and then the Soviets were like, okay, yeah, fuck you, we're gonna be better than you anyway. So, they were the first to send an animal to space. They were the
Yo!
first.
Like a
They were the
dog.
first to enter
Like,
orbit. They were the first to do telemetry. They were the first to go close to the moon.
Telemetry.
Yeah,
That's
from
Was it-
like transmit data from space to Earth.
Oh,
They were the first to impact the moon. They were the first to get images of the other side of the moon.
so they did a lot of the
They
first
were the
stuff.
first They took the first person to space. They
Yeah,
took
Yuri
the
Gagarin.
first woman to
Yuri
space.
What was that?
They did the first EVA in space, which means like getting out of the rocket while you're in space.
Damn.
Uh,
So they did the cool shit.
They were the first to hit Venus
What?
with like
Venus
a
with-
satellite. They just
Yeah,
crashed into
satellite.
Venus. They were the first to orbit the moon.
Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. No,
then-
actually, that's not it. I'm skipping a lot of them. They were the first to impact Mars.
Damn. So they also
They had the
crashed into
first
Mars?
space station.
Damn.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, no, it's
Pretty
not.
much.
But, like, you know, they were the first, basically, for
It's-
almost
It's a
everything.
never-ending
do
loop.
most things. Yeah.
So they
So
did
in, like-
basically everything, and then the U.S. is
No,
just
yeah.
like, hey,
Think so.
let's
In
land on the moon.
1961, the president at the time was it? Who was it? It was Kennedy.
Was it President Dwight
Was it?
Eisenhower?
Oh no, it was.
The
no,
Russian
I think it was
president?
before that.
Let's see.
Yeah, John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
Oh, you
Damn.
mean- Yeah, it was John F.
He made a really nice speech in 1961 or something, and he was like, "Man, fuck the Soviets. We're gonna go to the moon by the end of the decade."
And they did.
And
And
they
so they did. By 1969, they were on the moon.
1969.
But what was the criteria for the space race, anyways?
See,
was
that's
it
the
like
thing, it was
official? Did they
No,
Did
the
they mark-
space race was never official. Like
never
there
official?
was
Just
like
like
never official goal.
it's just like the people's like, oh, space race.
I think the initial goal would have been make it to space, and like kind of be in orbit of the Earth. But then John F. Kennedy was salty, and he was like, "Hey, the new goal is landing people on the moon first." And
Yeah, I see.
I think actually the Soviets were also planning on doing that relatively.
Didn't they have
soon.
like Alexei Leonov or whoever who like almost landed on the moon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Lexi, who?
Really?
Alexei Leonov.
They made
Next.
they attempted 6 flights,
Landing
and
a
then
man
all of them failed
on the
due
moon
to
and returning him
mechanical,
safely to Earth.
and also Luna 15. Which
Oh,
was the,
okay. He was the first person to conduct the spacewalk. So like the EVA.
Yeah. So Luna 15
Yeah.
was a Soviet attempt at landing on the moon, and it crashed on the moon just days after the Apollo 11 landed on the moon. So
Oh,
like they were a few days apart, but it also failed.
By
So,
crash,
yeah.
it's just crash, right? It's
Crash like they're dead.
Yeah, not a lot.
Oh.
Wait,
If
were
you
there
crash on the
people
moon,
inside?
you're not being recovered. Yes, I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
damn! Yeah, okay.
Really?
They send a rescue party.
They all keep
Oh.
crashing.
Oh, no.
Infinite cycle.
Yeah,
Damn, that's pretty cool. So they just did this.
but they were the first. This Luna 15 did a lot of other firsts.
And they did most of the cool stuff. They started it and shit.
Yeah, so that's really the argument. Like, the Soviets did all this first stuff, but then the
What side are you
US
on?
just landed on the moon. I don't know. I personally don't know. I'm
Personally
still
don't know.
pondering.
In debate, since you're doing like your TED
Because
talk
the US,
about
yeah,
space and shit, so you've done quite a bit of research, assuming. I'm guessing you
Yeah.
just didn't like. You haven't been like slamming your face against the keyboard and hoping it makes words. So in that aspect, what would be the arguments against each? I mean, you kind of explained already. So it's like
okay, so the US,
Russia did already the most.
people would say the US would win because although they didn't do a lot of the first, they were the first to land on the moon, which was much more significant than all of the other firsts that the Soviets did. Yeah, but then on the other side, you could be like, the Soviets were the first to be in space in general, so they really
Yeah.
kind of won the original space race, the original idea of the space race. So then it's up to if you want to believe the original goal or John F. Kennedy's goal of the space race. It's up to
Yeah, I
you.
see what you. So John F. Kennedy was like, "Yeah, let's ignore Russia, and
No, he was
let's
like,
just
yeah. No,
let's
no, he
ignore
wasn't ignore Russia. He was like,
and
Russia's been winning. Let's just strike back. So,
I guess.
yeah, and then, and then nobody ever went to the moon again.
Oh yeah, really?
Except
So
for
what
the
happened?
Nazis who have a base on the dark side of the moon.
172 hours on the moon.
And then more my TED talk is more about the future space race. So no
There's
one's been,
gonna be more future space.
yes, nobody's been on the moon yet. Ever
Since-
since
since
No
1969.
Really?
no human has been on the moon since 1969.
Bruh.
And
Except for those teenagers, but they covered up that case because
What?
it brought an alien earlier. About the dog.
Oh my god.
No, what is?
It's the book
No.
It's
side.
the novel.
172
No,
hours
no,
on.
no.
on the moon.
I know that. It's a really good book. I love reading it. But the article that Engin sent
Oh,
of the base on the dark side of the moon.
scientists discover Nazi
Yeah.
monuments on dark side of the moon.
Yes.
172 hours on the moon.
172 hours on the moon.
I've
You'll be
never
like,
read, I've never seen
So
that
creepy.
book ever.
Oh yeah, you weren't there in 6th grade.
You read that in 6th grade?
Yeah,
Hmm.
Damn, okay.
it was something.
So
Yeah. Anyways, future space race. How do
we've
you think
given
that's
up on the moon until like recently. And basically what they did after the moon landing was they calmed down and started a space station and then announced the space shuttle,
I have
which was
I have a-
discontinued.
I
at
have a
some point.
theory.
What?
Can't
it.
we terraform the moon if we connect a huge ass pipe from the Earth atmosphere to like.
Buddy.
Oh no.
So basically, the plan is we take a huge ass pipe, stick it on the Earth's atmosphere,
And
then
then what?
it
What do you
connects
transport from the
all the way to the moon,
Let's throw all our trash on the moon.
and then it surrounds itself in a big ass glass ball, and then all the atmosphere will go to the moon, and then boom, terraformed.
Your pipe would
That's
theoretically
stupid.
work. Your pipe would theoretically work if the moon was in geostationary orbit. But like,
Share your shit.
since it's
Share your
not,
nerdy ass.
since it's not, your pipe would slowly wrap around the Earth.
Because of the gravitational pull.
No, because the moon orbits the Earth, so it would like
Oh, yeah,
start
that's
going
true.
around and around.
Let's just make
Geostationary-
it have technology where the pipe moves according to the location of the moon.
We
So it
dig like a
doesn't break.
huge trench in the Earth, the pipe just like rotates around slowly.
And geostationary means that the moon, that an object is always above a certain location on the Earth. So that would
Let's
work.
just
So, like
let's just forget that the moon is 100,000 kilometers away from us.
3. I think
300,000.
More.
I think we should throw everything to the moon via giant slingshot.
Have you guys heard
Via-
that, like, yeah, 384,000.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
Have you
basically
guys heard
400.
that, like, the whole solar system can fit in between the Earth and the moon?
Yep.
But
Ah,
then, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like, if there was no space between the planets, then...
Oh.
Because
Except for
there's
the
just-
sun, I think. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
sun
yeah,
is
the sun's
big.
huge.
it's star.
But yeah,
then
I
that
can feel
is
like all the
just
planets can fit between
Yeah.
all planets.
So, yeah, so then... At some point, there was, like, this Challenger, which was a space shuttle crash. Not crash, it just failed and everybody died.
Who was it made by? U.S.
No, it's the
Yeah.
U.S., the space shuttle, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then they.
Yeah.
Wait,
I think
Saturn's
it
really
was,
big.
yeah.
I mean, I knew it was the second biggest planet, but I didn't think it was like almost as big as Jupiter.
It's pretty big, dog. Dog. That's
So
a
then-
huge ass ring.
Yeah, if it ate off its ring, then it would be. Just kidding. Probably not.
I think it would almost get there. Anyways,
Almost.
keep on spitting, dog.
So
Youngest
then
dog.
the U.S. just completely stopped. They gave up, and
They
that
gave
was
up?
there was a period of like 9 years plus
Hmm.
where the U.S. did not have a rocket to send people to the International Space Station, which is a
Oh.
massive L. And you know what they did?
What did they do?
They would hop on the Soviet rockets to go to space.
Oh,
The
so they
Russian,
just-
at that point it was Russia, but like yeah.
well,
So
they
they
just
would
like
basically pay the Russians to put their astronauts on their rockets to go to space,
No.
Okay.
damn.
which honestly is a major L for the U.S. because they've always been trying to be better than them, but now they're
Mhm.
relying on them.
So they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't just like give a few more dollars to like to
NASA,
NASA.
no, NASA just went to sleep or something. They were like, we went to the moon, we give up or something.
Deactivate.
Hmm.
So then it's only like 4 years ago when it started to get serious again. Because NASA still is doing nothing, honestly. But
I
private
mean, they're
companies
doing
like
research and stuff. That's
sure,
pretty important.
but they're not taking people to space.
They found super
That's what
Earth.
they're supposed to do.
So right now, so private companies started emerging. Private space companies like SpaceX.
Yo.
And then SpaceX was the first private company to send astronauts to the International Space Station, and now the U.S. government relies on a private company owned by crazy man Elon Musk to take people to space.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, only.
Do they
only
rely
SpaceX.
on-
They rely on them. They don't have their own rocket. It's either the SpaceX rocket or they go back to Russia.
I just
Uh,
imagine the fucking huge ass booms.
None have failed so far, but like.
Elon Musk explosion.
Oh, that was his like first 3 rockets, but like. So, yeah, and then that's where we are right now. NASA is now planning another moon landing
Yay!
Mhm.
called the Artemis program. That's not an explosion, Victor. That's just a launch.
Yeah, that's just a launch. Look at the Look at the consequences, huh? Look at the consequences.
That was a different launch. Calm down.
This exploded.
Space Y.
What is space? Why?
Because it's moving on the y-axis.
It's not though. It's moving on the
It's-
x-axis.
Uh-huh.
Nah, let's just forget about it.
Y relative to the rocket. Calm down.
Mhm.
Exactly, Engin. You should know this shit.
Huh?
I don't know.
Whatever he said.
What do you mean y relative to the rocket?
Like if the rocket was horizontal.
Parallel.
Parallel to the y-axis.
Yeah. If it was
Oh.
like if y
But it-
equals like
Perpendicular,
3,
not parallel,
then it would
isn't
go
No,
that
it's
direction.
perpendicular to the x-axis.
To the rocket, which the rocket is the x-axis.
Man, this ain't no math
Hey
class.
guys, sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
if you move the axis around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Space Y. I think that exploded.
Then-
Yeah. Anyway.
The listeners are going to be very confused with that one.
I had
We're going to have to put the GIF.
I had a real good question, but then I forgot.
So what do you guys think about the space race so far? The end of the first one.
I
at least.
think, well,
I think
Russia-
space racism is a real problem that needs to be addressed in our society.
The race of space people.
I feel like Russia kind of won, but then US said nah, and then they said they won, and then like the Russia said nah, we won, and but no one listened.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
it's up
okay.
to debate really,
Mhm.
but there I can see why people would support either or.
People support the U.S. because they're American.
Yeah, they're American. America.
And also,
yeah.
a lot of Europe is also aligned to the West, so they'll
Mhm.
probably believe the U.S. Yeah.
And Putin is not doing any favors for the space race right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they haven't really progressed that much. They're still using the same rocket that took
Oh no,
American.
I'm talking about that they
people.
started the wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna support them.
Yeah, but like they haven't achieved anything space-wise that much because they're still just using the same rocket they've been using for like 20 years. To take people
yeah.
to the ISS.
And why doesn't the US want to build more rockets? Well,
Why stop?
I
Because they
think
need to
Why
build
defund the
more- they
National
need to
National
fund
Aeronautics?
military.
not sure. Was it? It might have been the lack of funding.
Man,
Mhm.
if I saw a meme recently, like if NASA had the budget of the US Army, they would be like on
No,
Mars.
NASA spends like in a year what the US military spends in a week, I think.
Yeah, but the US military has $3 trillion as a budget. They don't
Yeah.
spend $3 trillion in a week, do they now?
Yeah, after. Yeah, they just stopped after the retirement of the space shuttle because they had two major failures that killed like 12 people.
And what
That's-
was this after the moon landing?
Yeah, this was 2000. Even they
Oh.
stopped in
Oh,
2010.
Quite recent.
After the United States won the race to the moon, so these people think, well, I guess race to the moon. Yeah, I guess no, that's just factual. Yeah. Space exploration lost political support, and NASA's budget was cut significantly.
Yeah, because of all the crash.
Yeah, and they did not. I guess yeah.
And
money
also
was-
it's taxpayer money, so if nobody supports it, then they're never gonna get money.
they're not gonna support any of these funny magicians.
Yeah. Which is why private companies are the new thing,
The new thing.
where
Like
they can
Jeff
risk their whole
Bezos.
lives, and if they fail, nothing bad
I
happens.
don't know
I see.
how trustworthy are these people with private companies.
That's the question. That yeah.
They're not.
Like it could go big boom any second.
Any rocket could go big boom any second.
Yeah, but like at least I feel some
Them
safety
especially.
towards like more NASA people, because it's like NASA, you know.
Yeah, I think you're overrating NASA.
I am.
honestly. So, should I continue to the future?
Continue to the future.
Okay.
To the future
Let's
and
go.
beyond.
To the future.
So right now we're seeing another resurgence in interest in space. We have
No.
SpaceX, we have Virgin Galactic, we have
Virgin.
Blue Origin, Jeff
Ah.
Bezos. We have
As in the airline company.
Yeah.
we
Jeff-
even have
yeah.
Boeing.
Boing.
Who's gonna make who's actually gonna make the capsule that's going to the moon.
No, that sounds so scary. Boeing?
Yeah.
I
Is
wouldn't
it-
trust Boeing with planes.
Well,
now they're
they
making
trusted
space
them with
capsules.
rockets. Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, Boeing as in like Boeing
The
or
space
Boeing as in
company.
like
The plane
Yeah,
company.
Boeing. They're gonna put like a rocket on a big trampoline and they're like boing, boing, boing. It's gonna jump so high it's gonna land on the moon.
We also have
Infinite jumping.
what was it called? It was like the
Is
spinning
it
guys.
is that like Boeing 77? Is like that
Yes,
type of thing?
yes, it's the
Yes.
same company.
Like Boeing, you know, the
There's also
airline
the company.
Yeah.
There's a company
For
Spin
airplane.
Launch. There's a bunch of companies, and a few years ago they were all competing for a contract with NASA to be the moon lander. I'm sure you all know who won that.
No one knows.
SpaceX.
SpaceX.
And
What
like
happens there?
there was they were NASA was giving out a contract to be like the person who was gonna land on the moon using their
Be the
program,
very best.
and
Best
SpaceX
ever
won, and Jeff Bezos was extremely salty. Yeah, as all
If
billionaires. are.
Boeing is allowed to make like rockets, they're gonna get some like old half broken Apollo rocket, and then they're just gonna like attach some bigger fins to it or something, and they're gonna realize its balance is all off, so they're gonna add a system that always steers it to the right, and it's just gonna like crash some on some asteroid. Because that's literally what they did with MCAS system.
What's the
No, it's
MCAS
like-
system?
They're like to compete with what Airbus, they like just modified an old plane model, but like the backside was way too heavy because they just stuck bigger jet engines on it. So they gave like a system that just constantly that would
Oh yeah.
like make the plane go downward.
Pitch it
But
down.
it was
yeah.
based on one sensor, so if that sensor was broken, it would just constantly steer the plane downwards.
You just
And the
die.
pilots weren't trained on this like at all.
No.
Did they
At the-
die?
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 crashes. I don't remember.
How Boeing 737? Yeah.
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 And
Yikes,
crazy.
bro. Could not be Boeing. So how are we gonna trust them? They're just gonna, yeah. They're
Oh,
gonna,
they,
You
they're
don't
gonna-
trusted them like no NASA just trusts them. So
Well, there goes like 10 lives.
yeah.
10? More like 100. Or, well,
No,
for the
for the
planes, it's
rocket-
100.
yeah,
For the
for
rockets,
planes,
it's
it's
100.
No, for the rockets, dog.
And
I don't think there's hundreds.
they're not the ones landing on the moon. They're gonna just be the capsule that orbits the moon, kind of like the Apollo mission.
What if we just jump for them and like, yeah?
It wouldn't be that bad if Boeing designed the like rockets billionaires would fly in like Jeff Bezos. We'd get rid of them.
Okay.
What if you just
No.
strap the 2 billionaires in one rocket and send them straight?
Yeah, right?
to
Just say
space?
like they're going on a trip. Like
It's like,
Jeff Bezos.
bye bye. They can settle their beef in space.
did. Beef? I don't think they really care about each other.
Oh no, there's
Oh, they
beef
do.
between Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk.
They're
Or
billionaires. They have
especially-
nothing else to
Especially
do.
because of the Artemis contract that I talked about.
Oh.
Because that's
They're
billions of
trillionaires.
dollars, by the way, that contract.
Oh, really?
So-
Billions.
The
They
plan
should play
is the
rock, paper,
U.S.
scissors.
the U.S. is gonna establish a space station around the moon,
Mm.
and then
For
they're
what
gonna
purpose?
use the moon ships, which
Moon
is
ships?
what Elon Musk calls them. Moon ships.
Well, all right. What's
Ships.
2 questions?
Uh,
What is a moonship, and what is the purpose of making a space station on the moon?
Why
Oh,
orbit the
a
moon?
lot. Well, I'll tell you. Wait, look. This is a moon ship.
If it's goofy, I swear to God.
This is a moon ship.
Oh.
It's a modification
I got a
of
picture
of the Elon Musk's Starship.
Why is it so small?
moon ship.
Well, that is definitely a ship.
So
And with a
Game.
So
So it's-
their moon ship is gonna be going from the space station to the ground, to the space station to the ground of the moon, the surface of the moon.
okay, I see.
In order, so you
And
don't have to waste so much fuel going from Earth to the moon.
I see.
And
And is people gonna
it's
be
also gonna
staying
be a
there for a
checkpoint
long
to
time?
Mars in the future. They're probably a while, yeah, year.
So how they gonna
I'm thinking
survive with the
similar to the
There's gonna be
ISS.
food. There's gonna be oxygen. Calm down. There's gonna be resupplies.
Oh, I guess so, but like they
That's
should
not
start
fun.
making an ecosystem, dog.
An ecosystem. And
Bring-
then they're gonna
bring-
plan on
Bring-
making
Bring
different
bring
things.
one tree and make a air bubble like in
Air
Minecraft.
bubble.
Lunar tone? Pokemon.
They have just like a single tree that provides all their oxygen. Like that's gonna work.
So yeah,
Bro, I
so
swear.
that's the plan for them, and then that they could use that station as a checkpoint to go to Mars later. But that's the thing is, it's not only the U.S. who's planning to go to the moon.
China.
Russia.
Oh.
Russia is thinking about going to the moon.
Oh.
I
Why
think
not
China,
China?
too. I think China too.
China
Yeah, I
did the
think that-
moon landings or something, or
There was something with
Yeah.
space that China did.
China is gonna try to land
China
by
moon
2030.
230. Wait,
Yeah.
2 centuries from now?
No,
haven't
2030.
Oh, 2030. I
At
thought you
least
said
oh,
China
they
mentioned
launched
that would
the
take
rover
place
in 2018, I
2030.
think, on the moon,
And
I knew
And-
China was up to
and
something.
If
it
you
landed in
think about it,
2019
there's
on
so
the far side of the
many-
moon.
There's so many more countries that have access to space. We have the US, of course, we have Russia, we have China, we have India, we have Japan,
India.
we have
Japan.
Yeah.
we have France, we have
France.
the European Space Agency, of course. We have who else? Who else?
We have Brazil.
I don't know
We
if Brazil
have
has a space.
Guatemala. We have North Korea. We have South
Korea.
Korea.
North
We
Korea
have-
doesn't even have food. How are they gonna get fuel for it?
No.
We have Papua New Guinea. We have, of course, Algeria.
We have Haiti.
We have Brazil. We do have Brazil. We
See,
have
told
We have
you.
Australia.
Just didn't
we
listen
have
to Victor.
Iran. That's okay.
Why
We
does
have-
Iran have a space station?
We have North Korea, which is a little concerning.
Oh, bro, I'm spitting facts.
We have the UK. We have
I said
Italy.
UK.
We have Israel
I did not say any of those.
and Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Which is
That's not a country.
interesting. Okay.
It's interesting that
So
many of those countries that you listed also have the highest military spending worldwide.
yeah.
That infographic that
Yep.
Engin just sent.
I'll tell
So,
you guys something.
If you guys
More
think
money.
about it, the first space race was against the US and Russia. Now it's
Now the
gonna
second
be
space
against
race.
10
Everyone.
countries
Every
of more, and who are all
It's a
going to be competing to
free-for-all.
go to space. It's a free for all.
Tournament.
Crazy. And then the thing is, once we establish the moon, the new goal for just like how the goal for the space race evolved in the first space race, the new goal will be Mars.
Mars, right? Yeah.
And the thing is, the U.S. will be led by private companies when it comes to the space race.
Which is kind of.
is you can interpret
Because
that
what if
way.
they
When have
just
private
give up?
companies ever let us down, Victor?
They would just give them money so they don't give up. Calm down.
What if Elon Musk says, I don't wanna.
Elon Musk is making big money out of it. I don't think he's gonna stop.
Yeah, Elon Musk is rich. Who's the richest person right now?
Elon Musk.
Richest. You man.
Off topic, but I can't forget about that Tesla robot that walks like it just shat its pants.
Oh, Jeff Bezos. I don't know.
Actually, it's Bernard Arnault.
Yeah. So we have an issue now. We have a major issue in the future space race. Who owns the land of the moon? Who owns
Yeah, good
Mars?
point.
Who owns just the
Well-
little area, like you know how there's airspace? Who owns space?
Survival of the survival of the fittest. Whoever can eat each other survives.
They should
The
do
thing
war
is-
on the moon.
People are starting to want to mine on the moon. People will want to settle on the moon. Will want to.
How are they gonna settle on the
So-
moon? They need to make those pipes, like I
Yeah,
told
exactly. So,
them.
so the question
Was that
is,
actually
who
right?
owns the moon?
No.
No, they're not gonna make a pipe.
Right. This isn't there's the foundation where they have this really long elevator that extended to space.
So the thing
Yeah,
is,
I remember they like stuck the it was like the elevator shit and went up really high.
yeah,
But
there's a current law called the space law,
what's the
which
space
pretty
law?
much says that nobody owns anything in space.
Huh?
It's
I
all
But
think
what if
that's a
I?
good
international.
law and should be kept.
Is that
That's the
an
issue.
international law?
Engin,
But
it's
when like
politics. It's not going to be kept.
when
Uh,
like the U.S. just lands on like the moon and like stays there for a while, it's like,
I want you
I
to
want the space.
visualize right now.
Well, yeah, it's good for the
Borders.
moon to be everyone's property when the US is the only one that can get there.
Yeah, that's
But when
also
other
an
people
issue.
can get there, it's only a
That's also an
problem.
issue. If you think about it, if the U.S. gets there first, can they claim the whole moon and not
I mean,
allow
if
people to go in? And the
it's
thing
like
is,
it's
can
like
you
good old
imagine the
1500s.
moon and Mars to be, or the moon to have borders between nations? And could you imagine that wars will be fought on the Earth to defend territory on the moon?
Ooh.
Because if
Uh,
there is
The
territory, there's going to be wars. That's for sure.
the
yeah.
United Nations has an office for outer space affairs, and it says here that the notion of space as a province of all humankind, the freedom of exploration and use of outer space by all states without discrimination,
That's the
and the
thing.
principle of non-appropriation of outer
They're going
space.
to change that
That's the
law.
thing. That law exists
Huh.
now, but how long will it exist for?
Probably not that long.
Because the
In
U.S.
50
wants
years,
that
we're gonna be
moolah.
like, I remember back when they fought for usable land. Now they're fighting for moon dust.
No, because
Just some like barren piece of rock on the moon.
now the U.S. will want moolah because there's a lot of money in space, in moon, in mining on the moon. Because there's a lot of
Really? Is there
yeah.
like a lot of materials?
Yes.
Moon
So
dust. Yeah, they're
might
gonna make
be-
that portal gel.
it might be in the U.S.'s interest to get rid of that law, or like many countries' interest to get rid of that law.
It has
Uh,
plagioclase, pyroxene, olivine, ilmenite.
You will be a billionaire, and also asteroid mining will make you a billionaire instantly.
I'm gonna be
Uh,
a trillionaire.
Here's the
So
planet with
that's the
diamonds raining
that's
on
the
it.
realization you might want to think about because if you are interested, because I don't know, maybe the future of space is like wars.
It could. I
Um,
mean, worse could be. Can we make like a bubble against nukes? Just a big defense
Also, the
bubble.
thing is, there's less consequences in nuking the moon, so people will start nuking the moon, and if there's wars in the
Actually,
moon.
if we watch that one Kyrgyzstan video,
No, didn't it say there's like not many no consequences or something?
probably yeah.
Oh yeah,
And there's this thing.
yeah, they did. They did.
There's this
Yeah.
thing called space lawyers right now.
What? Space lawyers?
Yes. Search it out.
What is space lore?
It's a lawyer who's basically trying to figure out what's gonna happen with space.
Did you get hurt on the moon? That's okay. With J&J
yeah,
Morgans.
Thank you
Space
for listening
lawyers
to my
deal
TED Talk.
mostly with international law and help draft treaties governing the activities and exploration of outer space.
Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. What is that? AI? No. Okay.
No.
It's from Fallout 4. It's one of the one of the posters that you can see.
Damn,
Okay.
damn.
So that's pretty much it. Thank
So
you for
right
listening
now
to
Space
TED Talk.
lawyers.
The past was like the good old fighting death simulator, of where Russia and the U.S. went crazy with it, and
Oh.
for the past like after it, and then now, nothing's happened, but now it's beginning to cook again,
The tensions are
Because
beginning
of
to
Elon
rise.
Musk.
and then in the future,
Shall it be moon
big
or
booms.
doom?
Moon or boom?
But then if they start, how long do you think it's gonna take until we're on the
Moon.
Mars?
Oh. A bit.
44 minutes actually. There's a rocket in space right now.
Ah!
Well, 1 or 2 decades, I'd say. You
Didn't
mean, what do you mean,
Elon
to
Musk-
establish a colony or?
No, just like get on Mars.
Oh, yeah, 1 to 3 decades. It's
1 to
somewhere
3
in there.
decades.
Elon Musk,
Didn't
yes.
say-
Elon Musk said he should already be on Mars, but like,
Yeah, he should be on Mars, just like
Didn't he
Luna
say
Moon.
like you would be there
he said
next
2000
year?
Yeah, look, he said like 2 or 3 years ago that he'd be on the moon on Mars by like next year or something. And
Yeah,
no, that's not
that ain't
happening.
happening.
He's
And
going
2 or
Bros.
3 years ago, he said the Tesla Cybertruck would be coming out too, didn't he?
Didn't it come out though?
No.
No.
Do you see people driving around with Tesla Cybertrucks? It's
I
not
saw,
'cause
like-
it's like,
I saw like one video of a Tesla Cybertruck.
yeah, that's probably, I don't know, by Elon Musk, and they have the like prototype
Yeah,
Cybertruck.
it won't be
They just slap
available
plastic bits on
until
some
at
remade
least
chassis.
2025.
After a series of delayed production, Cybertrucks were first delivered to customers in late November 2023.
They're real.
They're
Oh, but here
real.
it says won't be available until 2025.
Cybertrucks?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe just
Is
a
it
test
the
phase right
pre-orders?
now.
Or is
It
it
would be.
only for
But
rich
it also
people?
says it'll be available for 2024 delivery. That's what it
Oh.
says. Huh, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just weird. And who would buy
Yeah.
this car anyway? So ugly.
It is.
Yeah.
Fucking like square rectangle. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's good for like off-roading maybe.
I guess. But like still
But they literally just broke the windows in the test. That's embarrassing.
embarrassing.
Yeah, you can order them.
Apparently- Apparently it's super strong. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
the
whole point.
image-
yeah.
that
The
it's
whole
like
image is that they're on the moon or something.
Really?
the Cybertruck.
Yeah, this is the advertisement.
Like these bitches on the moon.
No, on Mars, sorry. This is
On-
the
on-
advertisement.
Oh.
Mars? On Mars?
Wow. Cybertruck. Unfortunately, we're on
Cybertruck
Earth.
on Mars.
So it's like 76,000 basically.
It looks a little too minimalistic.
And then you can buy the Cyber Beast,
What's the Cyber Beast?
which
Cyber
costs 96,000. It's just the upgraded version. And all of them say available in 2025. I'm on the official website.
What's the difference between the Cybertruck and Cyber
Let's see.
Cyber Beast.
It has
I'm
less
gonna
range.
Cyber Beast you.
It has less range.
What? So,
Oh, the,
so it's
the
sh- worse?
Cyberbeast.
It's slower.
Huh?
It
Why would I
has more
buy it?
horsepower though.
I see. So it's more like
It
a
has
tank
larger
then.
torque. So it's slower and it has larger
Work.
horsepower.
It works. Yo,
Yeah.
I like the Cyber Beast. 61K.
Oh,
the
99,000.
same.
It looks
But
the
as a
same. Yeah.
canoe.
Cyber Beast. I'm gonna
Yeah,
Cyber Beast you.
Beast. So that's pretty much it for the space race. Any thoughts in general?
I say to implement my methods of colonizing everything.
What are your methods?
Big pipe, go
Big
straight.
pipe.
To
It's
the
gonna,
moon.
like kill thousands of people. It's gonna fall back to the earth.
Actually, we can stop all the momentum if we just like connect everything with really strong steel pipes.
Just put like big thrusters all over the pipe so you can move
Yeah,
it around.
exactly.
Yeah.
Engin knows what I'm talking about. It's like
Get like a really big crane that holds the pipe in place.
So that means it would stop like everything. It would stop all. What if
It'd
it can?
stop the orbit? It would just
What if we keep connecting pipes? Like then after
What?
the moon we connect it to like Mars, and after Mars we connect it
That's
to like
stupid.
the gas giants. Just a big pipe.
They go like hundreds of thousands of kilometers.
Millions.
An hour?
Millions.
Millions?
Yeah.
Millions. If you want to go to the moon.
No,
No,
like,
not
their
moon.
speeds, I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Also, Victor, to transport gas
So like the
to
moment
Mars.
you'd have to stop the momentum to like connect pipes.
Just a
And
huge
you're like-
ass-
look at this.
Huge planets that weigh like a lot.
Yeah, Yannis?
1 second. So the maximum speed of a gas through a pipe is 100 meters per second.
Just don't think about gas.
If you consider radio frequencies, it would take 15 minutes to get to Mars.
That's pretty fast.
Hmm.
Imagine playing a game like that and everything happens 50 minutes later.
Oof.
Like
Yeah.
the ping.
But that's
Can you
what
like
that's
10
what's gonna
million?
be like if you wanted to contact someone on Mars. No, if you want to contact someone from Earth and you're on Mars, it's gonna take, I think it was like 20 minutes to them for them to receive the message, and then 20 minutes again for you to receive the responding message.
That's
This
So
is
40
why we
minutes.
should just give all the mail to Usain Bolt and then build a like highway all the way to Mars.
He'll run.
See, this big ass pipe can also be used as a transporter of people. So, like they go
You put
drive
the
their
people
cars,
in pipes.
and they're like going yeah, and they can do like cool spins.
They're just like
It's like a
not in pods. There's a protection or anything. They just like hold their breath until they get to the other side. And hope
No,
their organs don't
they're in
explode.
cars. I promise.
it's like a vacuum. They just get sucked
They're in
up to the
cyber.
moon.
No, it wouldn't be a vacuum, but
They're
like
in
Victor.
cyber beasts.
cyber beasts.
Victor,
Yeah. Yeah.
it would take 71 years to get gas to Mars.
Well, that's faster than any other method.
No. Just
No.
make it self-sustainable.
That takes like 1,000 years according to Gorkazak.
They want to
But like once you do it, it's easy.
Yeah.
But a
It
pipe
probably
is
also
easier.
takes 1,000 years, Victor.
No, it doesn't. It's easy to make.
To
Just
make
like
it.
I can make a pipe in like
You
a
have to
minute or
attach
two.
thrusters to like slow down Mars and like
And also, you
I
have
don't
to
know,
keep the
you can
pressure really
prevent
high
its
to get the
orbit.
gas moving at 100 meters per second. Yeah.
Well, just I don't know. Put a big fan. I'm telling you, my big fan's idea. So you guys were
you
just
should get everyone to like go up to the pipe and go like like
Oof,
blow at it. So they like
Blow.
push the gas faster.
see. If you calculate the speed of one
They
blow
get like
per
fans and
human,
start flapping them.
I'm just telling you, a big ass fan that's like the size of the pipe.
The
Just
pipe
like,
can't be massive.
it's
I mean,
huge
it
though.
can't-
It's like
Okay. What if
maybe.
you get a pipe leak, a gas leak somewhere?
Oh, that won't happen. It's made of. It's made of.
It's made out of steel.
It's made of unobtainium from all the
It's
mods.
made out of obsidian from Minecraft.
It's impossible to
Obsidian
break,
block.
dog.
And that's how you can make the pipe, because you can farm obsidian if you have just an infinite water source.
Exactly. And then we'll put a lava cast over it as well for double protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? No
Okay.
issues there. And then all
The
problems.
astronauts in space doing a lava cast. That's like, 2054. They got the like water buckets, like the lava.
Let's
I
just
can
forget.
hear that.
Let's just forget how long it takes to make the pipes
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
general.
I know. Yeah. Okay.
So our final
Yeah.
consensus.
Con-
About-
consensus?
We completely veered off track.
No.
What do you mean? We're still on
We-
track. We're
we
talking
did
about
not.
the methods.
We're
Oh,
talking about the
poss-
future possibilities.
All right
of
then.
space
Yeah, let's.
race.
What's your method of getting to space? It's getting
Who's
to
gonna
Mars.
build the pipe first? That's
Yeah.
the real space.
That's
Space
the
race
real
two.
Who's the pipe builder, huh?
We don't need a pipe builder.
That's the main career choice of from now on.
I'm pretty sure they have like a thing.
Pipe
they've already
builder.
made, like,
Every
innovation.
kid that's gonna be born from now on is gonna be like, Dad, I wanna
That reminds me of like
I wanna be
Pacific
a
Rim,
pipe
where
builder."
they're building the big wall.
The Berlin Wall, the China Wall,
To
Wall
defend
China.
against
Yeah.
the kaiju.
Oh, yeah. They've already tried it on Mars.
What did they try
Uh,
on Mars?
There's a rover that converted carbon dioxide to oxygen. So
Did it work?
It did work. So that's how it's gonna happen. We're not gonna bring stuff from the Earth.
Oh, this is the shittest world.
Boring.
Alright, I want big ass pipe dog, and I want to drive along the pipe like man. I can do like cool like wheelies.
And get to
and,
the
like,
end at the end of your life or something.
Do you think? What? Who do you
What
think
is
will
it
win
again?
who will win the next space race? The more
Oh.
race,
It's
Tell
like
us
a
in
World
the
Cup. It
comments.
comes
Put it
every
in the
4 years.
comments.
Huh?
Let us know in the comments.
Let's go in
Who
the
do you-
comment.
Yes.
Who you think
Well,
it
let's-
would be?
I think. Who could win this one? I want China to win.
Why do you want China to?
Actually, China first, second Brazil.
Why China first though?
Because China's funny.
Bro.
I see.
And I don't want to say it, but like, we know what you guys I'm thinking.
The John Cena.
No.
Victor, don't become a political leader.
Don't give Nicholas any advice when he becomes a political leader.
Yo, what the
He
hell?
wouldn't listen.
I just
Yeah,
searched.
he wouldn't.
I just searched up ching chong ching ching, and then I got the.
Oh my
Why would you
god.
start
No,
Victor.
no.
It all
This is
loops
not
around.
What?
Okay,
How
but now
is
we're
that
really getting off
possible?
track. This doesn't have anything to do with the space race. Or maybe it does.
I was
No.
trying to search up a China rocket.
What? So next best thing was like that.
How did you get here?
Look, bro, this is not my fault.
It is.
This is the China rocket right here.
What's the China rocket? What is that?
Is this real, guys?
And then after China rocket wins, everyone knows that there's no
There's
good
gonna be
Brazil
missiles
rocket.
flying
Brazil
down
rocket.
from the moon.
There's only Rocket League instead of Brazil rockets.
What?
Oh, there we go. Found the one. There we go. Then that's coming up to space next.
What the hell? No way.
I'm
See
just
that?
imagining astronauts in that cartoony rocket.
You know the rocket with the little windows?
Just a
Yeah.
massive, a massive Brazilian flag.
And I think that's a good point to end
Yeah.
the episode. End of the
Yeah.
story. Brazil wins.
Yes. Please make
Brazil
sure to
wins?
go to the
Okay.
community tab and tell us who
Yeah.
do you think is going to win the next space race.
And just to
No, it's
revise,
actually
vote.
who won the first one. We could
Oh,
also
yeah,
make
it
a
is.
poll on
Yeah.
who won the second one.
Who
wins.
won
And
the
in
second
the
one? Let me
comments, put your
Actually,
predictions
yeah,
for
in the
who will
second-
win
on
the
the
next
second one.
space race.
After the episode come out.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
Yes,
So
of
just a
course.
revision, guys, for you to not, because I know you guys' attention span small, not big as mine, as I'm the smartest of them all. What happened? U.S. won first space race, or the only
Nuh-uh.
space race,
Or
or Russia won. Depends on perspective. Depends.
That's why you should go to the community tab, guys.
Yeah, that's why you should listen to the
And
rest
then-
of the video because
and-
Victor's summary is pretty bad.
And then from 1970 to like now, nothing's happened because they gave up. And then now they're planning to like do shit
So-
and make space stations.
And a
on
lot more
rock-
countries have
on
access
moons.
to the space.
Yeah, to space. And then in future space race, Mars probably. Yo, let's go!
Yes.
So that's pretty much it.
And remember, guys. Wait, is it time to end the video? Like,
Yeah, we can.
He's SD.
And remember, guys, we're doing a giveaway. There's 500
For
Tesla
what?
Cyber Beasts, and also 500 iPhone 22s, and a PlayStation 5. All you need to do to join the giveaway is to like and subscribe and comment. Who do you think will win the next space race? Remember to tune in 10 or so years when we get to discuss space race. Space race
Space
part
race? Hey kid, what are you doing in space?
2. Space race part 2.
Hey kid, you should really chill out. Space race part 2.
Shush. Now we're ending the video.
Anyway.
Alright,
I
bye
love,
bye.
I love how
everyone.
everything else is the next generation, and it's just the PlayStation 5 is the only thing we currently have.
Yeah, Giannis.
Anyway, let's wrap this up.
Yes.
So,
Bye bye, people.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
See you in
See you
the
next
next podcast.
time.
Bye.